Rusty. Okay. Jogging on spot still. Okay. Bring my hands to the side. One last time. Bringing my hands up. And then bringing it forward. Huh? I'm raising my knees a little bit higher now. Just a little bit higher. I'm just trying to get warm. Because we're going to be stretching the muscles, so it's better that if it's warm when you're doing so, you'll be able to stretch more, feel less pain. Okay, let's kick that off. Let's kick that off. I just want to warm up my core / waist a bit. So I'm planting my feet facing you guys, and I'm twisting all the way that I can without moving my legs, without moving my feet, and then twisting to the other side. And twisting, and then twisting. And let's warm up our shoulders with this. So I'm just going to train a punch like Tae Bo and twist to the other side. And my feet stay planted forward and facing it. And then just to the other side. Okay, let's kick that off. All right, now let's get your knees up as high to your chest as possible. So I'm gonna balance on one leg and just pulling this leg up to my chest as high as I can and holding it. I'm gonna come down. Now I'm gonna go to the other side, high to my chest. That's as high as I can go, all right? Your height may be different from me, feel a bit more flexible. As high as I can go to my chest while trying to maintain my balance. And I'm breathing through. All right, let's go to the other side. All right, let's come to the side again. All right, and one more time. Last side, best side. All right, let's kick that off. Now, I'm gonna just work my lower back a bit. So I'm gonna bend over and touch my toes. So feet are planted. There's no bend in my knees, absolutely no bend. I'm gonna try to see I get as low as I can, all right? I'm gonna try and touch my toes, no bend in my knees. If you can't touch your toes, that's totally fine. Just as low as you can go. So that's one. Let's do like about 10 of them, 2. 3. 4. 0 bend in my knees. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. And on my 10th one, I'm gonna stay down. Staying down and holding it. Now, I'm gonna twist to my left hand, to my right side, and I'm gonna pulse and try to touch my heel. So my left hand is trying to touch my right heel, right? And I'm just pulsing, 10 pulses, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Again, no bend in the knee, right? And now twist to the other side. So I'm going to the left side. Now my right hand is trying to touch my left heel. I can't get all the way there, but it's fine. I'm pulsing 10 times. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. Let's kick that off. And okay, let me warm up my shoulders, get that out of the way. So we'll just get rid of one of the uses of the towel. And then we'll get down the ground and start with my traps, and then we'll lower body. So just warm up my shoulders. I'm making small circles, very small circles around the shoulder joint. So my hand is not down here. The circles are around the shoulder joint itself. To make those circles a little bit bigger. A bit bigger circle. And now let's go high with it. Going high. And then drop. Shaking it off. And now let's go the opposite way. We're going backwards now. So small circles backward. All right. And go at your own pace. If you're a little creaky, you could go slower. All right. I'm going a little bit fast. You set your own pace. Listen to your body, because sometimes when I do this, I'm saying some people, this speaks to me. My muscles, my shoulder goes crack, 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 crack. You know. So take it nice and slow. Now I'm going bigger circles. Next, go high with it. Okay, let's drop that. And now I'm going to get my towel. Now I actually prefer use a broomstick when I'm going to get my towel. So I'm just going to do, I'm holding my towel like this just to show you, right? So right in front by my tummy. So that's our towel, but I prefer a stick because it's not very flexible and it makes my shoulder work a little bit more. Okay. So with my towel in hand, stretching it nice and, sorry, somebody said something. Okay.
That was me, I was muting.
Oh, okay. Thanks. So with my towel in hand, resting on my tummy, going to bring it over all the way nice and slow to touch my back or my butt, wherever it touches. Then I'm bringing it back forward, touch my tummy. So that's 1 rep. Let's do 4 of these. All the way back, touch, bring it back forward. It's 2. That's 3. And this is our last one, best one. And that's 4. Now, pinning my left hand. So my left hand here is not going to move. My towel, bringing this hand over my towel. Touch my back. Bring it all the way back. That's 1. Left hand is not moving. Just my right. Touching my back, nice and flat. Bringing it back forward. Touch the front. I think 2. Three. And that's 4. All right. And now let's pin the right hand down. And just the left hand is going to move. That's 1. Let's go. Now, chances are I probably miscounted the last one. I've been doing personal training for like about 6+ years, and I still haven't figured out how to count to 10 properly when I'm running a session. So I don't know. It's a brand new year. Hopefully I might figure it out. I think that's 4. And then let's go 2 more using both hands for good measure, right? Last 2, best 2. 1, touching. All right. And last one, best 1. And we're done with the towel for now. All right, we're going to come back to the towel in a little bit. That's a my towel. All right. So now I want to get down the ground to with my traps. A lot of us, we work sedentary jobs, and that's me also. So traps tend to like hold a lot of stress us when we sitting down all the time. Okay, so I'm lying down on the ground, comfortable, all right? And I'm grabbing right bottom of my shin just to lock my shoulder into place. All right. And what I'm going to do is the hand could kick back here and just relax. This hand is not doing anything. What I'm going to do is while I'm looking directly at you parallel, watching the screen, I'm just letting my neck drop while facing you. You should feel nice little stretch in your neck. You're just holding that for a little bit. All right, then raise it back up to neutral, center, then let it drop again. And then breathing through. And then I raise it up. Next, do one last time, and then let it go. And what you might find is that with each repetition, you may find that your neck is able to just go a little bit lower. All right. All right, let's bring it center. And I'm just gonna prop my head up just to take a little break. Because right now my head feeling heavy. My head already big, kind of bigger, but feeling like 20 pounds right about now. Okay. So what I'm gonna do now is be back to center. And I'm gonna turn my head looking down towards my shoulder and then dip my chin. And then holding that position. All right, and then bring it up again to take off the tension. Then let it drop again. And just breathing through this. And then bring it up. And then let it drop one last time. All right, bring it up. And then flex it up a bit. And run some semicircles just to loosen it up. So I'm looking all the way to my left, semicircle, look all the way to my right, semicircle, all the way to my left, semicircle. Nice and slow, right? When I get all the way to the right, I'm actually turning my head as much as I can turn my neck, trying to turn my head as much so I could feel the extra stretch there. All right. And with that, let's now go to the other side. All right. So I'm lying down, looking cute on the beach. My knees could be somewhat bent, both knees are bent. Just propping my head for now, and I'm grabbing again to the bottom of my shin, right before my foot, just to lock my shoulder into place. And just dropping this hand. And while again facing at you, I'm just letting my neck drop so I can feel nice little pull there in my neck, stretch out my traps. Breathing through the stretch. And like let's bring it up to face you. Next, come back down. And bring it up. Face you again. And bring it down. And bring it back up. Propping my head up just to rest a little bit while I'm looking cute on the beach. And just chilling. All right. And now let's do the other variation. It is now I'm looking down towards my shoulder and dropping my head. It feels good. I can feel a lot of tension in my neck. Bring it up. Let it drop down. It feels so. And bring it up. Let's bring it down. And breathing through. And bring it up. And that is it. Sit back up again. And we're gonna do the same exact semicircles again. So starting from right, I'm gonna slowly rotate all the way to the left. And I'm trying to push my neck all the way, turn it as far as I can, so as far as I can get. Rotate all the way to the right. Rotate again. Next rotate. There we go. Let's do 2 more. And last one, best one. Let's go. Okay. Awesome, yeah. Just kind of shaking it from side to side. And good. Okay. So now let's hit lower body and work our way back up to like lower back. So since we were lying down looking cute on the beach, let's go back to that sexy on the beach position again. But this time, I want to have both of my legs straight out. So I'm lying down and I'm also propping my head one time from the beginning. So I'm a nice long straight line. Just now I was kind of bent and it was relaxed and cool. Now, nice and straight. And I'm going to grab that same part of my leg with this other leg being straight. I'm trying to keep my knees together. And I want to pull my heel in as close as I can to touch my butt. Depending on your flexibility, your leg might be open. Okay, I'll take that. That's fine. But that's my alarm telling me that 20 minutes is gone. When I'm pulling it in to hold my butt and we're holding this position, I'll take off the alarm in a bit. I'm breathing through. You should feel like a nice pull on the front part of your leg, your quads. And I'm breathing through the stretch. Okay, at ease, sliding out, it's kicking out, right? And what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn and do the other side. If you want, and you're feeling lazy, you could just roll over to the other side, but I'll turn around so that I can face you. And let me stop this alarm. Okay. So, going to the other side. Again, nice long straight line. I'm looking sexy on the beach. I'm feeling cute. And grabbing, just above my leg. I'm not holding onto the leg itself, just above the leg. And trying to keep my knees together, trying to get my heel to touch my butt. And again, if done correctly, you'll feel a nice little stretch on the front of your leg, your quads. So we're breathing through. And I'm just breathing through. All right, release and at ease. All right, just kind of kicking that off. It feels good. So I want to do the back of my legs now. If I stretch the front, it's sort of like a good idea to do the opposite side, the opposite muscle. So I'm grabbing my towel, or if you have a belt, would work. So this is my towel or belt, and we're going to work our hamstrings. My hamstrings tend to be very tight, and this tends to be very painful for me. I don't particularly enjoy this stretch, but it's because I'm so tight. It's why I need to do it often and don't do it often enough. So what I'm doing is I'm going to lie back onto my back and When my left knee is bent and I'm taking my towel and putting it into the arch of my foot. All right. So this knee is bent as I lie back and I have my towel and I'm straightening out my leg, right? No bend in this knee at all. And I'm slowly now just gonna kick this leg down as flat as I can get it. Absolutely no bend in this knee. In fact, what I like to do is with one hand while I'm holding my towel to lasso my leg in, I like to put another hand to ensure that this leg is really fully extended. So you could then feel the stretch a lot better. You're like, so. Kicking back, rebreathing through this. You're gonna stay into this one a little bit longer than the other one because a lot of people, myself included, lower back pain is like a fashion statement. And so usually if you can like loosen up your hands and your glutes, it tends to take some of the pressure off of your lower back. So by the time you get to do the lower back stretch, it will be a lot easier. So I have my little timer running. This is extremely uncomfortable for me. And I'm just trying to be manly right now because I'm a camera and I'm supposed to be a coach. So I'm not supposed to cry like a little biatch. But I do when I cry right now. So just for the camera, I'll smile. Let me take a break. I'll probably shed a tear too and wipe it up quickly so that you don't see it. And I'm just breathing through the stretch. We have 15 seconds to go. Longest 15 seconds ever. All right, and that's it, at ease. Spit it down. And I'm just gonna kick out my leg. I'm just kind of kicking up my leg, like so. I'm just kind of kicking it out. All right. Just taking a little breather and we're gonna go to the other leg. This is me wiping the tears from my eyes right now. Okay. You guys ready? Let's go to the other side. So this time I'm bringing up my right leg. I have my towel on my belt and gonna lasso the middle of my foot. No bend. The trick is try not to have any bend in your leg, all right? And I'm just gonna try to kick this down as low as I can. Now for you, your flexibility, you might be down here. That's fine, it's wherever you can get, right? I'm not the most flexible thing. This is as far as I can go. I'm cool with that. I'm just pulling as far as I can go so that there's enough tension and discomfort the back of my leg. And I'm trying to breathe through that discomfort. Stretching is like really important here to keep your muscles nice and supple and working the way that they should. When I did my personal fitness instructor certificate, one of the things that I learned was there are like 5 components that make up health and fitness. The first one is like your mental fitness. Like for instance, in Trinidad, mental health is like an issue, yeah, especially coming out of COVID and so. Second is, so I guess like having peace of mind is important, very important for you. The second is your strength. How strong are you? Third, endurance. Fourth, nutrition, like what you eat. Are these? Because we are basically what we eat. And fifth, flexibility and mobility. This is what we're working on. So generally a healthy and fit person should be more or less kind of somewhat rounded in all of those areas. So just a fun fact for you. So now, since we're on our back, let's hit our glutes one time. So let me see if I can explain this to you. This one tends to be tricky for those who haven't done it in a while, who have never really done it. So, all right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my left leg, I'm going to cross it over my right. So from in front, my left leg is crossing over my right, all right? And next, I'm going to take my left hand, I'm going to put it through the hole that I just formed with my legs, going through this hole that I'm seeing. Left hand goes through the hole, holding right above by my knee there. And this hand, my right hand, holding the other hand, I'm going to pull, lay back and pull my legs back towards me. So just to repeat, left leg goes over right. Left hand goes through the hole. Right hand pulls on top of that hand. I'm just lying back and I'm pulling this up towards my tummy. And if done correctly, you should feel a nice little stretch on your left glute or the left side of your butt. So like around here or but on the other side. And then just breathing through. And again, pull as far as you can go. Everybody's flexibility is different. But the idea is that you want to feel that tension, that discomfort. So you're just trying to push your limit. And just breathe through. That's my alarm telling me that 30 minutes is gone. Does it feel like 30 minutes of stretching? For me, it feels like we're just getting started. Time flies when you're having fun, right? So 15 seconds again. Breathing through this. Last 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Done. At ease. Okay. Just kicking it off. We're going to go to the other side. All right. So this time, I'm pulling up my left leg. Right leg crosses over left. Right leg crosses over left. Right hand goes through the hole, grabbing onto that left leg. Left hand holding on top of the right. I'm kicking back, looking up at the roof and pulling back. And as I'm doing this side, I should feel a nice little stretch here. Depending on how far you can pull it back. And once again, I'm trying to be manly and not cry because these things are very uncomfortable for me. So it's okay if you're feeling real intense. You're in good company. And you're breathing through. Just focus on breathing through. Last 10 seconds. 2, 1, done. Time. Oh, that's my side, yeah. One side tends to probably be more sore or more stiff than the other. I really felt that one. Okay. So now that we're lying down here in this position, I'm like almost like sprawl out in a nice T. Let me get into hitting lower back. When I say like I'm in a T, my hands are spread out in line with my shoulder. So if I put down my leg, my body forms a T. So what I want to do is, just wait so you can see. Again, my hands in line with my shoulder. My palms are facing down to the floor. So my palms are on the floor. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to displace my hip to the right. So I'm moving my hip just a little bit to the right. So I'm bending my T. So this is me straight. I'm displacing my hip to the right. And I'm going to raise this leg up and bring it across. Set the timer. All right. And bringing this leg across as high as I can. My palms stay on the shoulder. My palms stay on the floor. Palms stay on the floor. So I twist, and you should feel a nice little stretch in that lower back. All right. And one of the things I like to do is, right now my leg is straight. So I'm going to bend my leg to bring it up to my chest and then straighten it again. I'm going to bend it and then straighten it. I'm going to bend it and straighten it. All right, at ease. And I'm going to put back my hip center. You just take a little breather. We'll go to the other side. That felt good. That's my side, yeah. All right. All right. So now let's displace my hip to the left side. So pushing it to the left. Yeah. And we're going to raise that left leg and cross it over. Palm staying on the floor. My back stays on the floor. It's my lower body's twisting. It's important that you keep your upper back on the floor. Palm staying down. All right, I'm going to bend my knee. And then I'm going to kick it out. Straight now. I'm going to bend my knee. And I'm going to straighten it. I'm going to bend my knee. I'm going to straighten it. Last 15 seconds. I'm going to bend my knee and straighten it. Bend my knee and straighten it. All right, and at ease, let's come back center. Oh. And we're breathing through. Stretch. All right. And now let me hit my lats, upper lats, not upper lats, but more like my upper back, just the lower back. Let me run straight into my lats one time. Now, one of the best ways I like to stretch out my lats and shoulders at the same time. Just going to show you this. Most people won't have this at home. But if I can just go, like find somewhere that I can hold on to and just hang, oh man, you're going to feel like a nice stretch under your armpits and your shoulders, right? Most of us, we don't have that at home. That's fine. I'm going to show you how you could do it at home. So normally that's what I would do as opposed to doing this on the ground. All right, but have no fear, you're gonna dance on the floor. All right? So I'm getting down on my knees here. All right, into tabletop, and I'm gonna put my elbows down. Now, if you notice right now, my elbow is underneath my shoulder, right? What I want to do, and you will notice that my knee is underneath my hip. All right. What I want to do is push my elbows forward so that it's no longer underneath my shoulder. All right. I'm then going to clasp my hands. So you can see my elbows probably in line with my nose right about now. I'm going to clasp my hands and put it over my head. And then I'm going to sit my butt back. So I'm digging my elbows into the floor, sitting my butt back. And as I sit my butt back, pushing it back this way, you should feel a stretch under your armpits. A good stretch. And so you're just breathing through this. As I dig my elbows in and really try to root out the evil under my armpits. So almost like I'm gonna pull them out of the socket. It's my alarm telling me it's 40 minutes. All right, at ease. Okay. So, two last important parts that I really want to work would be my groin and my our hip flexors here. So those are like must-haves, need to be done. When I'm in a stretch session, there are like certain muscle groups that just have to be done. And there are different ways to work some of those muscle groups. So I'll probably mix up the way that we do them from time to time. But always you want to hit those muscle groups because you want to basically stretch out your entire body best as possible. So let's do this. I'm putting my, you're gonna stretch out our groin. I'm putting my soles together and I'm trying to bring my heel as close to my crutch as possible. It's as far back as close as I can get to my crutch, right? I'm sitting, I'm facing you, and I'm grabbing to the front of my foot, clasping it so it doesn't shoot forward. So I'm locking it in, right? Then I'm using my elbows, and I'm gonna sort of like press down right by my shins there and lean forward. I'm pressing down. And if done correctly, you should feel like a nice stretch in your groin. Right? So we're breathing through this. I currently have a groin injury. It's really, really sore. So this feels very unpleasant for me. Very painful and unpleasant. But it's good medicine and it's exactly what my body needs right about now. So I'm just breathing through. All right. Few more seconds. And at ease. I'm going to use my hands to pull my legs up. Just kick it up. As opposed to just raising your legs up like that. Should use your hands to pull it up, right? To come up. Oh, all right, let's kick that off. And let's get to hip flexor. Muy importante. So, you know, as I'm sitting up here, let's do this one. So I'm sitting up because we're already in this position. I want to lean forward as much as I can to try to grab my toes. Now, if I can't grab my toes, what you could do is just grab on to your back of your leg wherever it is you could reach, and try to pull yourself forward as much as you can. All right? Space between my legs. Yeah, about that. If you want, you can keep them close, but this feels natural to me. I can grab my toes, so I'm leaning in and I'm pulling myself forward. So nice straight legs, keep them as straight as possible. If you could only grab here and pull forward here, that's fine. You do what you can do, right? I'm grabbing on to my feet. And let's go through this. Pulling myself. Good. Breathing through. Feels good. All right, at ease. Whew. Just getting on my lower back. And now let's get to hip flexor. All of this helps take tension off of your lower back too, by the way. So, not one of my favorite stretches too, because of injuries. Actually, let me start with this leg. This leg will be easy. Okay, so what I'm doing is leg in front. I'm trying to keep like a 90-degree angle on this leg, right? I am also trying to push this leg back as far as possible. So worst case scenario, this is where I am. I'm pushing this leg back, trying to really create a big angle here, as big angle here as possible that I can get. 90 degrees, my leg in front. And the important thing is I am sitting up. So I'm not like hanging forward, pushing my body up, this leg as far back as possible. And what I'm doing is I'm trying to push my crutch down towards the floor while I stay up. And if done correctly, it should feel like a stretch in your flexor, which is very close to, it'll almost feel like your groin is stretching. And I'm staying up proud like a peacock. And we're breathing through this. And while I'm up, I'm constantly pushing my crutch, trying to get my crutch to touch the floor. I'm breathing through this stretch. This is very unpleasant for me. In fact, they pretty much all are, but some are just worse than others. And this is one of them that, oh my God. We're breathing through. All right, at ease, let's go into child's pose. So I'm basically getting onto my knees. I'm sitting my butt back, and I'm just lying down on the floor, putting my hands forward. This is like just relaxing in this position. There's a way you can do this to apply pressure, but no, let's just take a break from that hip flexor stretch and ease into this and breathe and enjoy this little break. Okay. Let's go to the other side. All right. So, left leg in front, pushing my right leg all the way back, far back as I can go. Right now I'm bending forward as I get into position because I have this hand on the floor, getting in position. Once I get that leg back as far as it can go, I now sit up to really apply the stretch to the hip flexor itself. And again, you should feel like a stretch in the leg that's behind your crutch there. So you should really feel it as you're jamming that crutch down. You should feel it on the other leg too by your crutch also. Both of them, both of your crutches should be lighting up actually. But more the one in the back because we are stretching out the hip flex itself. And guess who forgot to set the timer? Breathing through. So, especially like when you hit the 40 plus club, which I'm a member of, for those of us above 40, body tends to get really, really stiff. And so it's a real good idea at all ages to keep your muscles nice and flexible. Will prevent injury. You just feel better. You move better. But especially for those of us above 40, it's really important. All right, at ease, we're going to go back into child's pose. That's my 50-minute alarm telling me it's time to wrap this up here. We're on the final stretch. Okay. Let's just do 2 more. So, facing you, I'm going to stretch out my shoulder. So I am grabbing my arm around here, grabbing the humerus, the actual bone. I'm not holding on to my elbow, just right above the elbow itself. And I'm pulling it across my chest. Just breathing through this. My back feels so good though, by the way. Body feels nice and loose. All right. All right, at ease. Shaking that out, shaking up my shoulder. And let's go to the other side. So I'm bringing it across. Breathing through, stretch. All right. Now, slide down on the ground. Looking up at the roof. I'm going to bring both knees up to my chest. I'm holding on to it. All right, let me extend my legs now at ease, just relaxing. All right, I'm going to close my eyes. My eyes are closed. I'm going to take a very deep, slow breath. Inhale. And exhale slowly, keeping my eyes closed. Let's do that again. I'm going to inhale and exhale slowly, feeling light as a feather. Just bringing my energy down. Another big breath, very slow. Inhale and exhale slowly. And this is my last one, best one. So I bring my energy down. Very big inhale. And exhale slowly. And just lay on the floor, keep your eyes closed. Just relax there for a second. We just got up, 7:30. We could have been in our bed, relaxing. Instead, we got up to do this little dance. And it was intense, but we're done. It feels good. So, just relaxing. A few seconds as we're going to start our day, which is going to be awesome. And that is pretty much it. You can open up your eyes slowly. And that is it, guys. We are done. I feel nice and relaxed, nice and at ease. Feel really, really good. Really couldn't see the screen from as far back as I was. Let me just at least stop this recording. How do I stop the recording?